Thank you for listening to Detroit Sports World Talk. My name is Maurice Lewis. Let's get to it. The Detroit Pistons got some work to do, and it's not going to be easy. We have 8 guaranteed contracts on the team right now, roughly worth around $58.7 million. Not to mention, we have guys like Josh Smith and Aaron Gray, which we're still paying because we bought out their contract. So with Henry Ellison and Michael Benajay coming on board, we probably have like 65 million going towards the roster right now. Now, first things first, we need to take care of home. As soon as July 1st hit, we have to pay Andre Drummond a max contract. So, with that being said, we're only working with like 20 million to spend in free agency and paying Andre Drummond. So, we can't just get guys that are high price or guys with big names and lure them to come to the Pistons. So, with that being said, let's start with what we need to address, and that's the point guard position. Now, let me just make it clear. We are not going to get guys like Mike Conley Jr. and Jeremy Lin. They're going to want way too much money. They're good players, and they're starting point guards. So, we're going to have to go after guys like Mario Chalmers, Ty Lawson, guys that's trying to rejuvenate their career like Rajon Rondo, Darren Williams, Brandon Jennings. I wouldn't mind seeing Brandon Jennings come back. You can afford a guy like him. He's coming off a Achilles injury, and he didn't do so hot with Orlando after getting traded from Detroit. So, I wouldn't mind getting a guy like Brandon Jennings who already has chemistry with the Pistons. I wouldn't mind getting a guy like Ish Smith. Proven guard. He bounced from team to team, but he can ball. And I wouldn't mind seeing Raymond Felton, who had a good playoff push with Dallas. Just something to think about, but we need a backup point guard. Reggie Jackson can't be playing all these minutes, and as soon as he comes out the game, everything falls apart. We need a backup point guard. Those are some good backup point guards. I wouldn't even mind seeing Randy Foye come to the Pistons. He's a combo guard that can play point guard and shooting guard. Just a thought, but something else that we need to address too is we need to build our bench. We really don't need too much to go on with our starting five. Our starting five is pretty much set. So I wouldn't mind building and backing up the center position. We have Aaron Baines to come in. He's a solid backup. But we could use more help. Andre Drummond kind of struggles on his free throws. So let's just say if Aaron Baines gets in trouble and he's in foul trouble, who do we have to come in and contribute? So I wouldn't mind getting a guy like Zaza Pachulia, who's proven. He's got a lot of years in the NBA. I wouldn't mind getting a guy like Timothy Mozgov. Yeah, he sat the pine for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but this guy can still ball. He's only 30-something, 31, 32 years old. So I wouldn't mind go after a guy like that. Not only that, but he can shoot that mid-range jump shot, and he can knock down free throws too. I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind building our power forward position too. We need bench players. Power forward would be something that we could address. I wouldn't mind going after a guy like David Lee, an underrated still power forward, a little undersized. He's 6'9", arguably 6'8", but can still ball. He can still contribute. Let's not forget this guy was an all-star. I wouldn't mind getting a stretch forward in John Lure. John Lure can ball. This man can stretch the floor. He's got a couple handles. He's got post moves. I wouldn't mind getting him, and he's a free agent this year. And I wouldn't mind getting a guy like Chris Humphrey. I know we all know about him, but he's proven and he's improved every single year. So I wouldn't mind doing that. And we might have to dip in our roster and make a couple trades. I mean, we got a guy like Jody Meeks who's been with us forever, it seems like. But this dude ain't played. His first year being with the Pistons, he missed 22 games. 22 games off a back injury. And then last season, this dude missed 79 games off a foot injury. This dude's making $6 million a year. This dude's due to make $6 million this year. So, to free up some cap space, I wouldn't mind getting rid of a guy like Jody Meeks who can still ball, contribute on a different team, maybe even throw in Aaron Baines just to make the deal better, and then go up and get a backup center, a backup power forward, and not to mention we still got a guy like Henry Ellison who can get some minutes in that position. So, with that being said, you're listening to Detroit Sports World Talk. My name is Maurice Lewis. Thank you for listening. By the way, you can follow me on my Twitter, DET Sports World. DET Sports World. Thank you. Have a good one.